want to achieve greatness, you must discover the right place to make your investment, or the right place to invest your time, energy, and money. This is very important. There are 6 vital questions that every one of us here must ask ourselves. Say with me, 6 vital questions. And these are: number 1, who am I? Number 2, where am I from? Number 3, where am I going? Number 4, what can I do? Number 5, how can I do it? Let me end with this. Let me stop at the 5th one and leave the 6th one for today. Number 1, who am I? Is a question of identity. If you don't know who you are, you will answer to any name that people call you. Hey! Then everybody lifts their head to see who I'm saying the hey to. And you turn. If you don't know who you are, you will answer to any name that people give to you. When your teacher tells you that you are Izuku, you will believe him. When your teacher tells you that your head is dead, you will believe him. I went to the finest secondary school in Ghana, which is Ghanasco. And I'm an Oga. We are the only school in the north to have produced a president and a vice president at the same time, and a first lady and a second lady. I didn't know that the rest of you, your jealousy is up to this degree, so you can't even clap. Anyway, so whilst in school, my form master, I wouldn't want to mention his name because it may be your uncle. He told me that, he said, Aaron, I know you are very good in maths. You will be a good engineer. But he said, he was teaching us English, and he told me that you are not good in writing. So he said, never dream of becoming a writer. I don't know why he told me that. He said, never dream of becoming a writer. He said, your future lies in mathematics and the physical sciences. So when I went to university, I pursued courses along those lines. But when I was about to graduate, that was when I had the passion to write. And every time I took my books to write, those words kept on ringing in my mind. I was constantly reminded of the fact that I cannot do well in writing. Well, after a while, I ignored all those statements and went ahead, and today, by the grace of God, I've written 78 books. And my dream is to write 150 books by the time I am 50 years. You say, oh, so how old are you? Curiosity killed the cat. Tell your neighbor, believe it. Pursue it. It's achievable. Put your hands together for yourself. It can happen. Just believe it. Pursue your dreams. It will become a reality. You know, so know who you are. Where do I come from? It's a question of heritage. If you don't know where you are coming from, you probably don't know where you are going. If you don't have roots, you can't bear fruits. You need to respect and measure where you are coming from. Some of you are here, you know that you are from very poor families. That knowledge should guide your steps. But here you are in senior high school, and already you have 3 girlfriends. It looks like the table I'm shaking has 3 legs. And with the little resources that your father will mobilize and give to you to come to school, you are buying fried rice and giving it to girls. Meanwhile, you yourself, you do Gary soakings. Grade 5. With only sugar, no mixing. So, when Berry visits campus, you are walking around scratching everywhere. You need deliverance. We have to lay hands and lay legs on you. If you don't change, I will tell your father what you are doing. If you know where you are coming from, that should guide you. Allow the poor background you are coming from to make you angry and mad at poverty, so that you can pursue a change of level. But if you know where you are coming from and you ignore it and you don't make use of it. So, knowing where I came from, there were things some people were doing on campus that I will not do, because I know where I am coming from. Okay, so heritage is very important. Where am I going? It's the question of destiny. If you don't know where you are going, anywhere looks like it. And you won't know when you have even arrived. Because where are you going? He said, I'm going somewhere. Where? He said, oh, anywhere. The next question, what can I do? Is the question of potential. What can I do? You need to know what you can do, and that will help you determine what you cannot do. If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will look very stupid. That's what Albert Einstein said. Everybody has a potential. Discover your potential, harness it, and make it happen. You see, when Abedi Pele was in Ganasco, he was not good at writing. When they write exams, he will fail. He was there on account of sports. So if you ask him what is matter, he will say it doesn't matter. The power of Abedi Pele was not in his hands. The power of Abedi was not in his mouth. The power of Abedi was in his legs. So if you judge him based on Wasi, Abedi will not be a good guy. But if you judge him, if the exam is about legs, he will be an A+ student. Are you getting me now? The scorpion does not bite. It stings. It doesn't use the mouth, it uses the tail. So just because you have sharp teeth does not mean that you are more powerful than the scorpion. The scorpion only needs to discover what it has. Some of you may not be shining so well in mathematics, in English, in physics, in chemistry, or economics. But you are supposed to be a boxer because you like fighting. It's a potential. You have to discover it. The easiest reaction to any provocation is, why are you wasting it? You could be a good boxer and we'll be chopping out of that. Am I making sense? What can I do? Discover what you can do, and also know what you cannot do. Don't be jack of all trades and master of none. There are places you will do well, and there are places you will not do well. The lion is king over the jungle, and the sharks are kings over the oceans. The day the lion decides to leave the jungle and says, I want tilapia for lunch, it will get drowned, and frogs and tadpoles will make fun of it. And the day the shark leaves the oceans and says, I want to eat antelope for lunch, it will become a victim of ants. Ants are going to feed on it. There is a place you will do well. Discover it. Don't try to fit into the mold that somebody has created for you. God made you special and unique. You may not be doing well in class, but let me tell you the honest truth. It's possible that you are very artistic. You are good at interior decorations. Some of you ladies, when you are walking, even now at this age, you walk like a model, cutting your legs. Yeah. Slim waist, charming looks, good height, awesome vital statistics, sparkling eyelids. It's a gift from God. Don't think that you can just waste away that beauty. You can sign up for a program and that will make you a millionaire. But you see, our educational system has narrowed our thinking, and everybody thinks that, oh, I have to pass this particular course. If I don't pass physics or chemistry, I'm stupid. No. If you fail chemistry or I'm not saying don't study hard. I'm coming to that. But not everybody may have to pass their physics exams to do well. Am I making sense? Everybody here is gifted. You see these trusses that were made, it was a welder that made it. And if I tell you how much we paid him, he did this in 3 months. But the amount we paid him for making the trusses was, as at that time, that was the equivalent of a medical doctor's annual salary. And a welder did it in 3 months and got the money that a medical doctor will use a whole year to get. And you think that, oh, doctors, I have to be a doctor, I have to be a doctor, I have to be a doctor. Some of you may have to become welders. Some of you may have to become carpenters. But you are not just a carpenter, you are the carpenter. The carpenter. Yeah. Are you hearing me now? My time is up, and I'm doing the introduction. Let me tell you something. 5 minutes. Okay. Today, Martha is my boss. She says I have 5 minutes. Now listen. You see, I've been combing around looking for carpenters. I had to go to Bolga. I got one in Tamale, then went to Accra to look for another one, because I want to put them together to design a certain furniture. And I said, I'm not going to order that furniture from China. I want it to be produced by Ghanaians. But unfortunately, most of our carpenters around don't take their work serious. But if I was to order those things from China, I'm going to be putting in probably 3 billion old cedis. I like those old figures, to buy those furnitures. But now I'm looking for people that can produce them for me in Ghana. And if they are able to do it, they will take the money. Yesterday, I was in East Legon and I passed through some place to look at some furniture and some very simple design. When I asked, they said these ones came from Italy. And I looked at it and I said, if I'm a carpenter, I can design this. It's just a matter of paying attention to details. And that furniture, they were selling it for 45,000 Ghana cedis. If we have a carpenter in Tamale who can produce that, we won't buy it from Italy. And you can now produce it. We may buy it at 30,000, saving 15,000, but you are also making money. Stop thinking, narrowing your mind to only one set of job. No. You must believe in your potential. What can you do? Some of you, your power is in your mouth. You are like the snake. Your power is in your mouth. When you speak, you convince people. Instead of using it to yob girls, become a politician and be a communicator. Your party will always be in power. They won't forget of you. You are very persuasive. You can turn black to white and white to black with your mouth. And then with this potential, you carry it and go and you are doing something that is not related to your strength. Know what you can do and pursue it. Am I making sense? Put your hands together. You know, there is this principle in economic circles that is called the Pareto principle. Say with me, the Pareto principle. Some people call it the 80-20 principle. In other words, 80% of the money in Ghana is owned by 20% of the people. May you be part of the 20%. 80% of the work is very often done by 20% of the people. Even if you go to school right now, the sweeping of the compound, those who keep it clean, is 20% of the students. The rest will dodge and will not do the work. Let me add this one. It is 20% of your effort that generates 80% of the results you have in your life. Please, it's a very important principle, so I need you to hear me very well. It is 20% of your input that actually generates 80% of the results that you have. It is 20% of the knowledge you have acquired that has produced 80% of the wealth and the achievement you have had. Now, I studied physics, I studied mathematics, I studied chemistry, I studied all kinds of courses, English, Greek, and all that. But let me tell you, it's only 20% of that knowledge I acquired in school that I am utilizing right now. And it is what has accounted for the little that we have had in our life so far. So which means that if you discover that 20% very early, now channel 80% of your time into mastering that 20%, and you become a master of that field. I want you to process this very well, because if you don't do that, you are just going to be making your investments almost everywhere, putting your time into everything, and only 20% of that investment will actually yield the results. So discover what is working for you and concentrate all your energies on it, and you will achieve great things. You will achieve great things. I'm an excellent mathematician. I guess I'm not blowing my own trumpet. Yes, but I'm a very good mathematician. That has been my strength right from the beginning. I wrote my SSC without calculator. Please don't try this at home. And I still had A in my core and elective mathematics and what have you. So math has been my strength right from childhood. So now watch this. I studied all this, and I was also a very good Bible student. By the time I was in JHS 3, I had read the Bible more than 5 times from cover to cover. So, but growing up, I finally discovered my major in life is in the Bible. So after studying all that, I had an offer to work in the bank. I resigned. I said I won't work. I came straight to the villages and started preaching. And here I am today, doing what I love doing, enjoying what I enjoy doing, and I find fulfillment doing it. I don't have to be paid to do what I do. You know, let me give you this information. My church elders might be here, but I don't remember the last time they paid me salary. No, I do what I do here based on passion, not money. Are you getting it now? But I find fulfillment. I find joy. I just love talking to people. I love sharing the word of God with people. And now I am fulfilled. So I want to encourage everyone. My time is up. I have to drop the mic. If not, next year, Martha will not invite me. The last thing I want to say is that build relationships. Tell your neighbor, build relationships. I can't hear you. One more time. Build relationships. Let me because success in life is not dependent on IQ. How do you can pick it up? It's not dependent on IQ. Help me say it to your neighbor. Success is not dependent largely on IQ, but the major determinant of success is what we call LQ. Somebody say LQ. IQ means intelligence quotient. But in this life, for you to succeed, your likability quotient must be very high. That means that you must learn to build your social capital or network. Those who are liked by people do better than those who are intelligent. So that you are scoring A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus, A plus, and A plus does not mean that you will be the most successful person in life. Many of those who graduate with first class don't usually succeed that much. It is those who have very good social capital who do well. Those who have very good social capital who do well. So learn to build relationships. Now listen to me carefully. Some of you here, you are in, I was the SS product, so I like that one. This SHS something. The H in the middle makes it slow to mention. So SS. So some of you are in SS3 and your juniors have come, SS1, and you bully them and punish them, be careful, because you may be bullying your boss at work in future. Yeah. You may be bullying your boss. Do you know that I have taught my teacher before? When I was in primary 3, there was this teacher of ours that was teaching us. There was a time the teacher caned me so badly because I didn't go to a farm. I got wounded, and it was because I was suffering from malaria. My parents took me to the clinic in the village, and I couldn't go. But when they came to mention the names of those who didn't go to the teacher's farm, they brought me out. I explained what happened. They didn't take it. Still caned me. They were using this flamboyant flower with thorns on it. And when they came, one got stuck. My hand became swollen. My mother came and she insulted my mother on top. You know, village school, the Karachi is everything. Many years after, when I was done with my university education, there was this program that President Kufuor had rolled out. I didn't know that this one was a people teacher and was now trying to get diploma. So they said I should teach them mathematics. When I walked into the class, they said class 10. Guess who was sitting in front? The very teacher that had caned me so badly. And the devil whispered into my ear, remember. But you know, to err is human, to forgive is divine. So build relationships. The people you meet on your way up are the same people you will meet on your way down. Respect has never closed the door against anybody. Respect people. Build relationships. This is very important. You never know what the future holds for anybody. Now I close with this story. You know the story of Michelle Obama. When Michelle Obama was in college, she was made to share a room with a white girl. And racism was at its peak during those days. And this girl called Catherine, called the parents and said, I'm in a room with one black girl. And the mother was so furious and said, my daughter cannot stay in the same room with a black. So she came to the estate officer and said, you must change room. So they changed the room. Michelle had to stay away from her. Now fast forward 25 years after, this girl's mother, now 72 years, was sitting behind the television listening to news. And guess what? Obama had won the elections, and Michelle Obama was the first lady of the United States of America. The woman appeared on CNN and apologized to her daughter publicly and wept and said, I have stopped my daughter from becoming the best friend of the first lady of the United States of America. Look at your neighbor and say, look, listen to me. If you know who I'm going to become, right after this program, you will buy me wache and okable. Make friends now. Be friendly. Smile. Don't insult people. Some of you, the way you can insult people, when you insult somebody, they commit suicide. It's not a talent, it's not a gift, it's a weakness. Change and love people around you. God bless you and see you at the top. I said, see you at the top. Who am I talking to? See you at the top. Am I talking to students? I said, see you at the top. God bless you. Let me pray for you and then I go. Let me pray for you. Lay your right hand on your head. Let me pray for you. Our dear Father in heaven, we thank you for this wonderful company of friends, brothers and sisters who are gathered here to receive knowledge and wisdom from my learned colleagues here. I pray that, Lord, you keep the heavens open over them. Bless everyone. Let everyone here be able to discover their talent and their potential. Bring it to fruition and enable everyone here to manifest greatness. That Ghana will become a better place and the world will become a better place. This is my humble prayer which I ask through Christ our Lord. Amen. God bless you.
Madam photos.
Ay, kaulan ba ma?
Resu.
Ay, masaya ka goose ma shirt ma.
Kaula gusin yabo.
Irin 120, 225. Big fire mama.
Wula ya mai mishi yo.
Ay, masa John ya kuluna no dagan sino kan born chara show.
Mami kaman bilan wobrati chama.
Ay, masa kantinye mission wula kanun dinan de yura.
Mandam pa kunyala jingo herbal drink.
Ay, masa de gawra bomi yale nye jingo herbal drink.
Jingo herbal drink ya ban zanti la amal la Malaysia le karpara ni rishi soya. Yere wums ka kpansir dadam nang bana soja be. Den yangwa ache dor shel den nakana.
Ay, masa chela dinan de yura.
Den nan de yura. Anya jingo herbal drink muna. Kayi nyule kagbaga pa. Akwe nanu mahali. I'm a banda cat chombe suba.
I must announce the boatman, the macret. I bought Jingo Herbal drink crate, based silent at the Quapan Warren. You bought a number Shangaran Paskin Mozo.
Daddy was talking about everybody entering, doing medicine or doctoring. I'm a medical student, so I'm also going to be a welder. Amen. I want to thank Miss Martha for this opportunity. I also want to acknowledge the leaders of Bluebird Ministries, Dr. Derek Colletti and Dr. Abner. Last year, when I came here to perform, before they mentioned my name, my heart was racing. I felt like I was going to die because that's how I react to fear. But today, it's much better, and it's because I had the opportunity last year. So I want to thank Miss Martha once again. Do I have your attention? Can you hear me? All right. So statistics show that people who were shown much love at home grow up to become young and confident adults like me. I was the only child of my parents for a long time, up until the point Daddy decided to pay heaven a visit and never return. I then became mommy's golden girl. I lacked nothing. She gave me everything. She broke her back to put me in the best of schools. The best of schools fed me with the silver. I go back to my room locked up in fear, battling things, especially anytime I had to move out of my comfort zone. It was then I realized that being bold was not necessarily the product of your upbringing. And I believe 17-year-old David can testify to that. Unlike me, he was not the most loved in his family. When the prophet Samuel came to anoint one of the sons of Jesse, his father even forgot that David was part. If he did remember, he didn't think David was worthy of becoming king. And I think one of the most heartbreaking things that can ever happen to you is when your parents do not believe in you. Yet when the day came for the giants of the Philistines to be slain, it was not the well-loved brothers of David, it was the despised one. The despised one was he that humbled Goliath with just a stone, a sling, and no armor. Where did he get this from? In the wilderness. While his brothers enjoyed the comfort of home, they basked in the sweetness and the warmth of their father's arms. David was sent into the wilderness as a shepherd, and as the shepherd, he was accountable for every single sheep. So whenever a lion or a bear would come up against his flock, he would bear them up in his hands. He would strangle them and snap life out of the strong and mighty. So the strong and mighty Goliath was just a Pasco for David, because he had solved that question before. He had done the job already. But before he mastered the courage to feed the body of Goliath to the vultures of the air and the dogs of the earth, he had to master the courage to approach Saul and tell the king, "Sir, I'm the man for the job. I can do it." Despite his brothers shutting him down, he needed a courage that was stronger. He mastered courage again to refuse the king's armor. Imagine little David wearing a garment twice his size. How would he have had the strength to sling the swing against Goliath? But one more thing, he had to develop a courage to resist the intimidation and the threats from this man called Goliath. And where did he get that from? In the secret place in the wilderness. David didn't just have to deal with bears and lions in the forest. No, he had to struggle with loneliness, the days of fears and tears. And it was there that he learned that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me inside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord. So he knew that day was not the day he would die. Also in the wilderness, when times became so fierce, then David would say, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I'll say of the Lord is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. For he shall deliver me from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He shall cover me with his feathers, and under his wings I shall take refuge. His truth shall be my shield and my buckler. I shall not be afraid of the terror at night, nor of the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in darkness, the destruction that lays waste at noonday. 1,000 may fall at my side, 10,000 my right hand side, but none shall come near me, because he knew the Lord." What am I saying? I'm saying that in becoming a bold young adult, remember that it is they that know their God that shall do exploits. Thank you.
Is the reason we are all gathered here. Courtesy her and her company which she works for, we are all gathered here comfortably. Give her a round of applause again. Thanks to her, we have been consistent as a foundation. Since we began, she has been our support all through. Thank God for consistency. Tell your neighbor, thank God for consistency. Thank you. Madam Georgina Asari Fiagbenu. Madam Georgina Asari Fiagbenu is the Senior Manager of Corporate Communications for MTN Ghana. She oversees the execution and implementation of strategies aimed at promoting and maintaining a positive reputation for MTN Ghana. That is Scancom Limited, Mobile Money Limited, and then MTN Ghana Foundation. She started off her career in consulting practice at Strategic Communications, now Stratcom Africa, and managed key accounts such as British Airways and the Board of Airlines of Ghana. She later joined SOS Ghana as head of communications from fundraising, where she set up the PR and fundraising department. She has a degree in sociology from the University of Ghana, a postgraduate diploma from the School of Communication Studies, and a master's in leadership and governance from the University of Ghana Business School. She holds a diploma in management and certification in consulting practice and consulting applications for the Ghana Institute of Consulting. She describes herself as a communications for development advocate and recently started the Timekeeping Dialogue series, which is an initiative seeking to highlight the importance of timekeeping as a key contributor to national and personal development. Gina is an accredited public relations practitioner and an associate member of the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana. She is a member of the board of Ghana Blood Foundation and an implementation member of the Central Leadership Program. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Gina, the mother, blogger, and author of From Where I Sit and The Wish List. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the vibrancy in the room. I see that you guys love clapping, so let's have one round clap for yourself, an applause for yourself. May I see by hands those who were here last year? How many of you are? Yes, so you remember that last year we were taught a very special way of clapping for people. Do you remember? Okay, so let's go. We do our 3 wows and we applaud. And then those who were not here will join us. So let's start. Wow. 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 Then you end with the applause. You've forgotten. So let's go again. We do the wow 3 times, but we start with one that is a bit subdued. Then we do a medium one. Then we do a big wow. Then we clap whilst doing the last one. So let's clap for ourselves with a wow, applause. Wow. 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 Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are good students. So I come just to wrap up what we've learned. If you've been following this program and you know I come almost every year, we've been supporting, I think this is the 6th year that MTN is supporting this youth empowerment session. Let's do wow for MTN. Wow. 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 So we've had a lot today. Most of the things I'm going to talk about have already been said. But let me start by asking a question. So the first 3 minutes, I just want to find out what you've learned. Because you see, there's no point adding to what has already been taught if we don't even remember what we've learned so far. So I'm just going to call one person from each lane, and then we will see what you've learned. So I'm starting from my extreme right. Okay, let me start from here. Anyone to share one thing that you've learned? One thing that you've learned. Yes, please. Can we give him a mic? Does he have to come here? Because there's a gift for everyone who speaks. So maybe you want to come and stand here, please. With all humility. Let's clap for him whilst he's coming. We will do this very quickly. It's very important.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Where is Sheila? Sheila, can you come?
From the first video we watched, when Mr. Ibrahim was giving his presentation, the little boy, I've learned that in life, you need connection. Even as much as you have the idea to achieve, you need people to be with you. As we could see that the little boy, he had the idea to lift up what he wanted to lift, but he couldn't do it alone. He needed somebody, he needed people to come and support him. So in life, there is no way that we will not need people around us. So we need to build our social capacity very well so that together we can achieve much. Thank you very much.
Very good. So our brother has, we are giving him 20 cedis airtime with a t-shirt. Let me have the next person. Okay, so the next person from here. So tell me what you learned. Quickly, just in 1 minute, please. No long things, like MTN says it. No long things. Very brief, like the way our brother did it.
Thank you very much for the opportunity given to me. I'm from Sabelogo Senior High School. In fact, I just love the program, especially when our brother.
What have you learned? One thing you learned from any of the speakers.
I learned about taking why the subject.
Have you taken?
That is making myself the subject. I don't need to depend on anyone. I have to tell myself I am unique.
Let's clap for him. One from every lane. So if there's one from here, I need one person from here. And then we'll move to this side. So if you are not sitting here, please. Otherwise, we will not be fair to the people seated. Okay.
My name is Abu Hamna from Presbyterian High School. What I learned from this occasion is that I learned from Reverend A.L. Pan that I should know who I am, where I come from, and what I can do, and how I can do it. That is what I learned. And I learned from Mr. Ibrahim Mustafa that we should start with what we have. No matter how small it is, believe in yourself and you can do it. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So who is representing this lane? This area? You come. Come, you come. Come. Very quickly. Otherwise, I'm using my time for this. So,
my name is Palmer Rufashis, and I'm coming from 15 Senior High Technical School. And what I learned was to be confident enough to stand for yourself and also to speak in public. Thank you.
Oh, can you repeat it? I didn't hear.
I said what I learned was to be confident enough to speak in public and to stand for yourself.
Very good, very good. Oh, please, let the clapping, let the laugh flow. The next person.
Please, my name is Ade Rebecca of Fabia. I learned from Madam Antoniette Kofi that we should work very hard in order to succeed. Because together we stand, but apart we fall. Thank you.
Hey, I think you've added some of your own motivation.
Yeah, like from the first one.
Okay.
The small boy, as he was able to push it without the help of the people, he couldn't have pushed it. But so if we are all together, we can make a team. But when we are not together, we can't.
Excellent. Fall. You see, the fact that they are even here speaking, they've already. Please, who is representing this area? Please, I gave instructions. Let's follow it. So you wait. I want someone representing this lane. Yes. You wait. I want to be fair to everyone. Okay, so you come from this lane. Mic to him. You wait. I don't want to run out of it. So please be quick.
Okay. At first, I used to have a mindset that as far as I'm from a village, I cannot make it. But like what our speakers spoke about, they made it clear to me that it doesn't matter where you are coming from. It takes confidence to make it. It doesn't matter whether your family have money or not. If you have the passion to become someone in future, you really become someone in future.
We have some preachers here. Show some love to him. Can we have someone from here? Okay. From here, from this area.
Good afternoon. My name is Payo Satuga, a student of St. Charles. I learned a whole lot from this program. I learned that you should build self-confidence and you should never give up on whatever you are trying to do. And in the video, I did see that the guy was pushing harder to raise a log. And so all other people came to join hands to help him raise the log. And so I urge all those who are here, who have the low confidence, to try to bring up a high confidence and to do something. Thank you very much.
Very good. Oh, please, your energy is low. Otherwise, I'll stop giving out the gifts. I need someone from this side. Are you from this side? Hey, everybody is all of a sudden coming from here.
Good afternoon to you
So
all.
the
My
next
name is
one will
Elias
be
Idris.
from
I'm
here. Then we'll
Senior
just
High School. I'm very glad to be part of this occasion. I've learned a lot from Mr. Mustafa Ibrahim. He said that we always find S, but this time around we are going to find Y, and Y is going to be you, the person who is sitting here. And why is it you? Always we are referring to other people instead of referring to your own self. And there is a saying that where determination perceived, failure can never dismantle the flag of success. Thank you.
Very good. We go to this side. Who is from this area? Are you sure? Don't lie. Okay, give him the mic. Oh, please, don't invade the space. We'll come back. I'll come back. So those of you who are here, maybe you can sit at the back. We have gifts for everyone. But I want us to round up quickly. So we'll take from this lane, from this side, then from this side, then we are done. Then I'll go quickly to my presentation.
My name is Kingsley Sunyazi. I've learned a whole lot of this about. Sorry.
We can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm Kingsley Sunyazi, and I've learned a whole lot. And what I learned from that event is impossibilities are myths. Thank you.
Impossibilities are what?
Are myths.
Please explain.
Like, he gave an example about that.
Use the mic.
Okay, he gave an example about the two brothers who discovered that an iron can float in air. So that means this thing, and the science is.
I get you. Let's clap for him. Let's take the last person. We'll take the last. Okay, we'll take this guy. We'll take the lady from here, the one in club, and then we'll come back. Please give me a few minutes. We don't want to waste your time. We want to close on time, so we can't spend all the time doing questions and answers. We'll come back again. So let's take you and then our mommy here.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Kojo Jeremiah, and I've learned a lot from our father, who happens to be the pastor and the old student of Ghana Senior High School. We are very proud of him. I've learned that as young people, our life doesn't depend much on like being employed by the government or being a medical doctor, a lawyer, but you can also engage in entrepreneurship, doing a lot, using your own knowledge and establishing your own sectors.
Very good. Let's take our last one, and then I'll go on to my presentation.
Hello, I'm Isaac Faiza, a fashion designer, and from the informal sector. What I learned today is our father was saying, in life, be bold. Never give up on what you are doing in life. When you fail once, try and try and try. Maybe if the first one didn't work, second or third, it will work. So in life, we should never give up on what we are doing. Thank you.
Clap for her, please. Clap for our mommy. Very good. So Sheila, who is from my team, we also have gifts for those who gave out or presented their business ideas. So Sheila is going to call their names. They will pick up their gifts, and then later, no, you take a seat there. I'll give you an opportunity, okay? Please take a seat there. Don't say no. One of the things you have to learn is to work with order. Okay, we have a program. I have my slot, and I decided to give gifts. It's my slot. And I asked questions, and I said, come from this area. So one of the things we have to agree is to be disciplined. And I said, take a seat and we'll come to you, okay? So just relax. So Sheila will go through the names and she'll give out the airtime and additional gifts. And then I'll take another 10 minutes. I'll show you some videos. I'll ask a few questions and then more people will win more prizes. Thank you.
So the winners for our Business Idea Award, this is going to Salifu Salma. Then we have Ramatu, and there's Suleiman Saida too. Then there is Rukayatu, then Betty Moses, Ozu Emmanuel. And then there is Nathan. Thank you. So they demonstrated courage by coming out. They were just called, they came up, and then they gave out their business ideas. So this is what the theme for this year is all about. Be bold and be courageous. So please, all of us, let's take advantage anytime we get the opportunity. Let's take and make good use of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Say thank you to Sheila by clapping for her. We should not be tired of clapping. So I have just 2 videos to show. Let's have the video of the body painter.
Wow. La chasse illégale, les installations croissantes de fils électriques, la pollution constituent les causes majeures de la disparition des aigles à tête blanche.
C'est magique. Wow. C'est super bien pensé.
Parlons maintenant du mandrill. Savez-vous que c'est une espèce rare de singe qui a été chassée pendant de nombreuses années pour sa viande tendre? Sans vrai projet de protection, les mandrills s'éteindront.
Waouh! Moi, ça m'émeut énormément, ça. Franchement, je trouve ça d'une beauté.
Un autre chiffre effarant. Chaque année, plus de 600 lions sont tués par des chasseurs de trophées. Avec le temps, les fauves ont perdu 85% de leur espace vital au profit de l'homme. Si nous ne faisons rien, nous mettons en danger la survie des félins. C'est ensemble que nous devons agir. L'avenir de notre planète est entre nos mains. Il est temps d'en prendre conscience.